And first of all, okay, let me share the screen. So, first of all, I want to talk about letter G. Oh, how to pronounce letter G? Do you know, do you know the rules? For example, you know that sometimes it sounds like G, sometimes J. So when and how? We have some rules. Okay. Do you know any rules about letter G, the pronunciation of letter G?
I don't know G.
Okay, so let's talk about it. First of all, letter G. Actually, we have two typical, we can say that, two primary sounds, hard G and the soft G. But what is hard G and the soft G? So let me write it here, just one moment. Okay, so we have hard G, soft G, and of course we have silent G. Just now, let's talk about these two. So first of all, let's talk about hard G. Actually, it sounds like G in go, g, g. Okay, but what? Yeah, g. But what? Yeah, but what are the rules? So usually it happens before the vowels A, O, and U. Like, let me write here. So hard G sounds g. Usually occurs before the vowels A, O, and U. For example, let me give you some example. Like garden, G-A, gold, G-U, okay? Gum, G-U. So this is hard G. This is the first one. And of course, normally at the end of many words, it sounds g. At the end of, so also appears at the end of many words. For example, let me give you examples. Okay, for example, we have dog. You give me another word that ends in G and G sounds g.
Ewing.
What?
Ewing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, of course. And bag. Yeah. And all ing is like swimming, going. So all ing ending verbs. So we can say at the end of many words, it sounds g. Now, this is about hard G. We have another form that is soft G, like J, in giraffe. Okay, giraffe, of course, or giant. So giraffe and giant. So what happened? Let's talk about the first rule. Actually, soft G typically appears before the vowels E, I, and Y. Example.
E, I.
Candle. Yeah. Giant. And gym. Do you know any other words?
Nope. Guitar.
Yeah, but guitar, let me say something. Guitar first is U. Guitar, G-U, so it's G, not G, J. Okay, like giraffe. But let me say something about soft G. There are lots of exceptions, Mary. So we have some words that actually don't follow this rule. For example, let me say something about get. You say, okay, teacher, get is G and E. So why we pronounce G? This is exception. So there are some exceptions about soft G. Because of this, we say typically, we say usually, we don't say always. So it's like there are some exceptions. We talk about something like a typical rule. So as you can see, these vowels normally, like giraffe. These vowels, g. Okay, and let's talk about, okay, so we talked about soft G and hard G, but as I told you, we have another G, that is silent G. That is not pronounced. So normally when it appears with an N at the end of word, like for example, design, design, let me write.
Desire.
Yeah, let me show you. That is silent. Look, design. Okay, as you can see, we have G and N at the end of the word, but G is not pronounced. So that is silent. So because of this, we say it's silent G. Let me write.
Desire.
Yeah. So we have silent G. And what is that? Particularly when it appears with N at the end of a word. Like sign, design, foreign, for example, foreign language, we say foreign. Again, G and N, so G is not pronounced. We say G is silent, okay? Get it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just let me say something. These rules, the three rules that I just mentioned, actually provide some general, Mary, that's really important, some general guidance, but exceptions are common. It means we have some exceptions. So, okay, this word is different because it's exception. So we are talking about general rules, and there are some exceptions. Okay, my dear?
Yeah.
Well, and now, oh, let's see, we have hard G. Sounds good. Letter G, glass, gold. As you can see, for example, you say, okay, teacher, how about GL? But you said the vowel. Yeah, as I told you, exception. Like normally we say GO and GO. People invented glass thousands of years ago. Again, GO, gold is a metal. So you can see. Now I want you to read these words.
Okay. The little tree in the class and goat had a hard to sound. As in go, people invent glass thousands of years ago. Gold is a metal.
Yeah.
Gold, yeah.
Mary, you type something in chat box, but I can't understand what it is. This is O, go?
I said that it just um
Because this O is
AO
different from the way that we...
the one year and A I and J with John.
Okay. Well, so listen and read. Just you read these words. Glasses,
Glasses, club, no,
glider,
glider, gum, cramophone,
gramophone,
cray,
gramophone.
no,
Okay, listen. First of all, glasses, globe, Glider. Let me share something because you need to. Glider is a plane without engine. So let me show you. Glider. Gum, gramophone, garbage bag. So this one can be a glider. Like this one, a glider. This is a glider. Okay. And let me show you something else.
What is the gum? Oh, yep.
Gum. This is gum. Look. Chewing gum. This is gum. And of course, this part, look, this is gum. So, look, you have gum in your mouth and chewing gum. So, two meanings. And gramophone, this one.
Oh.
Gramophone.
It's so old. It's old.
Of course. Globe, this one. You know. Globe, global, globe. What happened? Globe, where are you? Ah, here. Okay. Globe. Okay, well, so now you learned the rules about hard G and soft G and silent G. If I ask, can you give me 3 examples? 1, hard G, 2, soft G, and third one, silent G. 3 examples. Yeah.
Let me think.
Of course.
The hard tree swimming. The soft tree is huge. No?
Huge. Yeah, very good. Of course, why not? GE, of course.
Silent tree is let me think. I don't know.
Think. Why? There are lots of words.
Low. Or like I know what is in English. It's thing we put on the hand to
What? Gloves, you mean? Gloves? Gloves? So let me give you, for example, you can say campaign. Yeah, that is, yeah. And you can say sign or sign.
Yeah.
Foreign, yeah, all of them are silent G. So let me, okay, like, for example.
Singular, no?
Nope. No, like, as I told you, sign, resign, foreign, sign. Okay, so all of them.
Okay.
Well, and now this one is really easy. You know, of course, you know. For example, we have compound subject like, you know, combination of 2 subjects, this and that. And you know that the verb that you need to use when using be, so is or are, is for singular, just one, are for compound, more than one word. And of course, for past, you use was or verb. For example, my desk and my chair are important because you are actually mentioning chair and desk too. So because of this, you use are. Are refers to your chair and your desk. So it's are. And this one, Brianna and her brother aren't talking. This one and this one, you're talking about 2 people, so use aren't. So that is really easy. Here, okay, for example, we are talking about Wright brothers. So was over, that is really easy. Could you read it, please?
Oliver and Robert Wright were the first men to fly an airplane.
Of course, perfect, were. And 2, the screw and lever.
Simple machine.
Of course, are. And
Danny
Danny and Shaker.
You the computers in English class.
Of course, use your computers and for
A knife, a fork, and a nail are wedge.
oh my goodness. K
Knife,
is silent, just
knife.
knife. Let me say something. For example, no, knife, and we have knowledge. So as you can see,
Let's
K
kill
is
it.
silent. What?
Let's kill this kite.
Because we like, we write it, but we don't read. Okay.
Kill this.
So K is silent. So we don't read, we don't pronounce. We just, okay, write. Well, listen. Okay, one moment. I'm gonna share an audio to listen together. One moment, please. Where are you? Where is this? Oxford, Oxford, Oxford. Here. Oh, no. Oxford and number. Okay, 237. Where are you? Let me check.
Page 56.
Oh, let me check. SIP 56. No! 136. 37, okay.
Page 136.
Yeah.
Unit 14. Get ready. Words. A. Listen and read the words. Listen again and say the words.
Eyeglasses. Vase. Furnace. Wire. Workshop. Frames. Glass. Glassblower. Glassware. Pitcher.
Okay, well, could you read them, please?
Eyeglasses. Nice.
What? Again. I what?
Eyeglasses.
Glass, not glasses, glass.
Glass. Vase. Furnace. Wires. Workshop. Frames. Farms. Glass. Glassblower. Glassware. Features. I don't remember.
Yeah, okay, well, so first of all, let's talk about the meaning of, so you know that
Glassblower and glassware. I think it's like it talk about class.
no, we talk about glass. Eyeglasses, glasses. Glasses. Okay, so eyeglasses. So you're wearing eyeglasses. So glasses or eyeglasses.
Yeah.
Wait, so yeah, ways. And we have furnace. Can you see this one? Look at this. This is a furnace. Let me show you. This. This is a furnace. And what is that? So for example, that is structure, like something structure that actually heat, fire, produce. Yeah, of course, it's so hot. And normally, for example, when they want to melt metal, when they want to, for example, make something, I don't know, out of glass. So they put them in this heat, like heater and fire. It's so hot, and they make, as you can see, for example, waste. So, or pitcher, so other, or glassware, everything. So when you say glassware, everything, every object that's made of glass, bowl, and drinking container, so everything that is made of glass is glassware. And glass blower, look, this one is blower, like this.
Glass make from what?
What?
Glass made from what here?
Glass made of, not made from. So let me say something. Glass made of what material? So glass is glass. So what is made of? Glass is material, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, glass is material, but let me think. If I want to give you a basic, maybe the foundation. So of course, I'm not sure about it, but I think glass. Yeah, glass is material. Why? Okay, well. So, and I think, let me say something. I know. Sand. I think sand and something, I don't know, some other, like maybe stones. If they are melted in a really high temperature, actually they form a new thing, material that is called glass. I'm not sure, I need to search about it, but I know that it's, I think sand and a stone, but I'm not sure. I need to research. So if we heat them at a really high temperature, they turn into a new form that is called glass. Yeah. Do you want to see? Do you want to see?
I think yes.
Yeah, of course. Let me show you. I think it's not bad to see a short video about it. Just one moment. Oh.
Bye.
What?
It's so fun.
Ah, okay. Let me write. Okay, one moment. Well. Okay, let me find a short video. Okay, how glass is made. I think this one is good. So let's. Oh, this one is so cute. I have some cute videos. They're so cute. Okay, let's see. Maybe this one. Let me check if this one is good.
Can you share your screen?
Of course.
No.
I'm checking this. I'm saying, yeah, let's see. Okay. You can't see. I can. Okay. Okay, well, so.
The ice cream pressure, where it literally floats on top. I want a flag so much.
Hello, I'm Maddie. I'm just cleaning the windows. Glass is a really useful material. Without it, we wouldn't get any natural light in our homes or be able to see outside.
We drink out of glass.
We look through glass in our cars. We watch videos on a glass screen. Glass helps keep us warm and it stops wind and rain from getting into our houses. But how is glass used to make windows? And what makes it such a brilliant material?
This is Pilkington Glass Factory in St Helens in the north of England. Over 2 kilometres long, this factory contains the secrets of how glass is made. This is where everything happens. The factory is enormous and it runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In fact, it hasn't stopped running since 2011. So when you're sleeping at night, this factory is still busy producing tons and tons of glass. It makes around 180,000 tons of glass every year, which is approximately the same as 30,000 elephants. Now, this is normally when I ask my editor to put X amount of animals on screen. So if you can manage to put 30,000 elephants on screen right about now, that'd be great. That's a lot of glass. At the very start of the process, all of the raw materials or the ingredients that make up glass are delivered to the site in huge trucks. But what are they? What is it that makes glass? It's sand.
Sand,
Just think of the amount of sandcastles you could make with this. Brilliant! It's hard to believe that sand that we play with on a beach makes up a whopping 60% of glass. There are some other ingredients like lime, soda and other chemicals, but the main material is this, the stuff we make sandcastles with. There's also this. It looks like a giant heap of sparkly snow, but it's actually crushed up broken glass. We call it cullet, and believe it or not, this old broken glass will be used to make new glass. broken glass is very sharp, so I'm wearing all of the right protective clothing so I can shovel some of the cullet and show it to you.
Oh, I like it. I like
It
it.
sounds like diamonds. Ooh. Not only is this cullet being recycled, but it also helps to reduce the amount of energy being used by this factory by up to 20%. So it's helping the planet and also making glass production more sustainable. Wow. All of the raw materials get mixed together into a batch, and that happens inside this machine. It's just like a cake mixer you might have at home. And if you listen, you can hear the paddles mixing all of those materials together. And then they're loaded onto conveyor belts that are inside these square pipes. And those conveyor belts carry the batch all the way to the very top of the factory. And that's where the production process begins. Now for the really fun part. Behind me is the feeder, and it's the start of the glass production process. But it begins all the way up there. The sand, cullet and other ingredients arrive at the feeder via a conveyor belt, and they're dropped into the top of it. But now we need to go down to see what happens next. The bottom of the feeder is where all of the ingredients are pushed or fed into this fiery machine behind me called a furnace. The feeder makes me think of a coin pushing machine at an arcade, and it pushes and pushes the ingredients into the furnace, and this is where things get very hot. Now, if you imagine when we boil a kettle at home, it reaches about 100 degrees, and that water will make a really hot cup of tea. But the ingredients inside the furnace reach 1,600 degrees. Now, that's hot enough to melt the sand and everything else into a molten liquid. It's a long melting process. In fact, it takes about 3 days for all of the ingredients to slowly make and melt their way through the furnace. Now, it is way too hot for us to go inside, but we can have a little peek. This here is a vent. It's also called a sight hole, and it lets the people who are operating the furnace look inside to make sure that everything with the molten glass is okay. Now, Matt is kindly going to open it up for us, and to keep my eyes safe, I'm going to look through this special bit of glass. All right, Matt, let's go. Whoa! Wow! It is roasting for a start, but it's honestly like looking into the mouth of a dragon. That is unbelievable. And I can see a shimmery layer at the bottom, and it's a lake of molten liquid glass. Wow, that is incredible. Thank you so much. Wow, let's close it up. Wow, that's hot. This factory produces glass in a really special way. It's called float glass because the molten liquid glass goes from the furnace and is poured on top of liquid metal inside the float bath, which is this enormous machine behind me. Now, we can't see inside the float bath, but I can show you how it works with a little demonstration inside the control room. Let's pretend that this is a float bath. The water is our liquid metal and the oil is our liquid molten glass. Watch what happens when we pour this on top of the water. Can you see how the oil is floating on top of the water? Well, it's very similar to what's happening inside the float bath. The liquid molten glass is poured on top of the liquid metal and it spreads out on top until it's completely flat, literally floating. Sometimes the glass is given a special coating when it's inside the float bath. And we coat glass for all sorts of reasons. There's even a coating that prevents heat from escaping through glass. I like the sound of that one. Let's do a little experiment using these ice creams. Sadly, I'm not going to be eating them, but I am going to be melting them. Let me explain. Let's imagine that this is our living room and we're eating some ice creams. And these 4 heated light bulbs are the sun. Now, these 2 pieces of glass are going to be our windows, separating us from the sunshine outside.
However, this window is made of normal glass, and this window has a special heat shielding coating on it, which is stopping some of that heat getting inside the living room. So this ice cream should take longer to melt than this one. Let's put it to the test. 3, 2, 1, go. Look at the ice cream on the right. Can you see it dripping? It's melting much quicker. The heat from the bulb on this side of the box is coming through the normal glass and it's making the ice cream melt. But just take a look at our heat shielding glass. It's doing its job perfectly. The heat isn't getting through as quickly because of that special coating, so the ice cream is taking much longer to melt.
We filmed this light box earlier with a thermal camera. Can you see how the normal glass is glowing red? That shows us it's much hotter than the heat shielding glass, which looks yellow. The heat shielding glass only lets 35% of the sun's heat in. Less of the sun's heat entering our houses and buildings helps to keep them cooler in the summer and saves on energy from things like air conditioning.
20 minutes later, we have a huge success. The ice cream on the right has melted way more. So well done to the heat shielded coated glass. This one has really passed the test. Now, to clean this up. Oh!
The glass starts to cool down inside the float bath, and as it cools, it turns from a liquid into the solid glass that we know and recognise. But as it leaves the float bath, it's still really hot. So it's rolled into a huge machine called a layer, which is where it's cooled down safely. And here it is, an enormous ribbon of perfectly flat glass. It's leaving the layer and it's making its way on these rollers to the final stage. But it's hard to believe that not long ago this was a pile of sand, cullet and chemicals. And now look at it! It's crystal clear, almost like a river. But it's not quite ready yet. The final part of the process is really cool. The glass goes through a sort of mini car wash. Little taps pour water onto the glass to clean away any dust, and then everything gets blasted with warm air to dry it so it can get cut to size. All of the cutting happens here, but even though the machine is massive, most of the work is done by this tiny little wheel. When the wheel moves over the surface of the glass, it creates a score line, which means the glass can then be snapped easily into the right shape and size. Think about a bar of chocolate. When you snap a bar of chocolate, you snap it where the ridges and the dents are. It works in a similar way. The glass is 100% recyclable, so the parts that are trimmed away, that broken glass can be crushed up, put back on the cullet pile, ready to be used again. When the glass finally comes off the production line, it ends up here in the warehouse, where it's ready to be packaged up and sent to other factories that will turn it into things like windows. It's funny to think that this started its life out of sand, and it's been on the most incredible journey. Thank you so much for watching.
Wow, okay. So did you like
Do you see
it?
the sun? Do you see the sun?
Of course.
It's cute.
So sand and lime, soda. So different ingredients. Okay, now Mary, can you briefly talk about, tell me actually different levels maybe that we just watched of producing glass? Can you
About what?
about the video?
Yeah.
Different parts of producing, manufacturing glass. Different steps, like, you know, we have different steps. So can you briefly talk about it?
First we take the sand. Next, like I remember that we put in the machine near furnace to heat it, and then very hot.
So you can see furnace. Okay. So sand, the combination, the mixture of sand, soda, ash, and lime. So different ingredients. Okay. And yes. Yeah.
Then we put it. We mix it. We put in the machine. We mix it. Then we put that mixture into the furnace. It will heat it very hot, and it will be the liquid, not water, but it's a liquid.
1,600 degrees, so we hit it about 1,600 degree, and of course it's melted, so like water, but of course it's not water. And then what happens?
Then we use the water. I don't remember.
So of course, and after that, we have another machine to form it, to cool it down, and then washing up by water to make it clean and remove any dirt or, for example, I don't know, anything in it, and then cutting it. So to actually different parts. So here, as you can see, this is actually an old method. Now we don't do this because normally machines do this, so you don't blow. But in the past, as you can see, people used to blow, okay, glasses, like blow into glass blower, because actually like a balloon, they formed it. They formed it like a balloon, okay, and then could make, for example, this type, like this type of glassware, like, you know, this ones, okay, or this ones, okay, so they formed. But in the past, nowadays, of course, everything is done by machines and technology, so it's something like an old method, but totally it was really interesting, and I liked this process, the steps of producing glass. Okay, now let's put the following words in the correct boxes. Some boxes may have more than one answer. So, a clear material used to make things, so it's glass.
And I think glass or iron. Nothing.
So, what are items made of glass called?
Clay, no. Sorry, glassware,
Glassware, of course.
Peter,
Yeah, sure.
Class,
yeah,
I class.
of course, of course. And who makes glassware?
The glass blower.
Of course. And what does a glass blower need to make glassware?
He near the.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah. So just read, say. So what? They need a place. Yeah, they need a room or factory. So this is a room. As I told you, this is a bit traditional. So workshop, that is a room. So they need room, and of course they need some machines. But here we say workshop, that is a place. Okay. And what is a glass blower? Okay, and what are two glassware items?
Pitcher and the base.
Yeah, of course. But you know, as I told you, this method is a bit old. For example, glass blower, as I told you, is someone who blows the air down a tube. As you can see, we have a tube here. Let me show you. We have a tube.
In the past, when I watching YouTube, I see glass blower, and I think it's like sound fun, and it's like it make very beautiful.
Yeah, of course. So it's like, you know, we can say glass blower used to blow air down to a tube, down a tube to form heated glass into objects. So especially different these, and it was really difficult. So, and then they could cool it down in water, cold water. That's really interesting. The process is really interesting. And now, complete the sentences using the following words. Number one, could you read it, please?
If you can't see the words clearly, you may need eyeglasses.
Just glasses. This is g, not k. Glasses.
Eyeglasses.
Eyeglasses.
People who wear eyeglasses can choose from many brands.
So what is your problem with G? Eyeglasses, glass.
Eyeglasses.
Glasses, of course, eyeglasses, yeah. And people who wear glasses can choose from many different frames.
Some frames are made from very thin wire.
Wires, yeah, of course. Well, and now, before you read, answer the question. So let's see. Do you own any items that were made by hand?
No.
No. What are some things that you use that are made of glass? Glasses.
Yeah, my glasses like thing we use to drink water.
Glass, cup, glass. Again, we have glass. We have glass and glasses. So that is also glass. Yeah. And we have picture.
Glasses is my mom.
Yeah, of course. You and your mom. So me and my mom. Me and my mom, of course. My mom and I. So if you want to say I after my mom and I. But me and my mom. So me and my mom. Now, let's read. After we read a part of the text or story, we can summarize. Do you remember that I talked about summarizing? Do you remember?
No.
So when we summarize a text, it means we only mention or write the main or the most important points in one or two sentences. So for example, I read a paragraph, then I underline the most important parts and try to summarize it. Actually, we shorten the paragraph. So for example, we write one or two sentences. Could you read this paragraph, please?
Sandra has her sleeping bag, backpack, and camera packet in the car. Sandra Fanta came out of the house with two fishing pole clothes. Are you ready for our fishing trip, Sandra? He asked. Yes, Dad, replied Sandra. I can't wait to catch tonight dinner.
So Sandra and her dad are what? If you want to give a summary, like a short, just main points.
Sandra and her father go shipping. Oh no, go fishing.
Are going fishing, of course. So yeah, are going fishing. Yeah, very good. That's like, yeah. And the next one, Fred helped.
Fred helped his mother take the sandwich and drink out of the car. Fred's brothers spread picnic pancakes out on the grass. Fred couldn't wait to eat their picnic lunch. Suddenly, dark cloud appeared in the sky. In a few minutes, it began to rain. Fred used his umbrella and got his parents back to the car.
Yeah,
The summary is Fred and his parents go. Fred and his parents are going to a picnic, having a picnic, but it rained.
but it began to rain and they had to
Go
back to the car. Very good. So yeah, they went on picnic but suddenly it started to rain and they had to get back to the car. So this is the summary. Okay, now we have a text. So let's listen let's listen. Just one moment. Okay. Attention. Do you want to read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clara's invention. Many people in Venice know who Antonio Rossi was. Like his father, Antonio was very talented class flower. He made many beautiful glass items, such as a vase and water pitchers. With her new furnace, Antonio now made his popular glassware faster than before. Antonio's daughter Clara liked his father's workshop. He loved to look at all of the beautiful and colorful items he created. One day, she walked into the shop and her father was there, standing beside two delicate glass vases. Do you like them, Clara? He asked proudly. I have them for Mr. Lombardi. I know, says her father. Then he left the workshop. Clara looked at the vase. Inside them was a note. Clara read not smile. And she burned the vase.
Bombed. She bombed the vase. Okay, wait. Just some word, just 1 moment. So first of all, this word is not furnace, it's furnace. Furnace. And we have Venice. So Venice, okay. And bombed the vases. Vase, as you can see, bombed, as you can see. And no, she.
No, he cried. He tried to cut them, but it was too late. They fell to the ground and broke into many pieces. Only the round base at the bottom were not broken. Clara reached down and picked up one of the round bases. What will I tell father? She thought. She held the piece in front of her as big wet tear fell down her cheeks.
It was
then that she saw Mr. Lombardi not at. She looked at the class. There was a letter, big. Clara looked at the base. It was flat on one side and curved the other. She picked up the other base and looked at it. It worked too. The word looked bigger. Clara turned out quickly. She found the leg of wire and found that it's flat. Then carefully wrapped it around two flat pieces. As Clara finished, she heard a floor step Mr. Lombardi and her father walked. Now let me show you the Clara.
yeah.
He showed the Clara.
Clara's father stopped.
Now let me show you the Clara.
No, the Clara. Let me say this way. Listen. You need to read it this way. For example, I want to show you something. You're my friend. I want to show you. I say, okay, let me show you I want to show you something. I say, Clara, what happened? What did you do? It's like, so I'm surprised because I'm shocked because you broke everything. So this way, not I want to show you Clara. No, I want to show you the vase, for example. I want to show you the glass, for example.
Now let me show you the Clara.
Of course, this one is better, of course. Yeah.
Clara found her stuff and started at the broken vase on the floor. So sorry, Father. Clara whispered. Miss Lombardi looked at two pieces of glass in the wire frame in Clara's hand. What do you have here? He asked. I make it for broken piece, said Clara. Look to them. She held up the north for his sea. With lumbering eyes open wide. The world gave big. He looked at Clara father. My wife can't read my book because of her eyes. This will be my gift of her. I will be a greatest gift ever. But the class is so idiotic. Clara's father smiled. You don't know how you did it. Oh no. Clara, he said, but you made something very useful. Clara has made something very useful inside. She has invented eyeglasses.
Oh, eyeglasses.
But Lamborghini is so ugly.
Yeah. Hi, what Clara? Look at Clara. Look at this one. No, it's like poor Mr. Lamberti. Okay, so let's first of all tell me how could Clara invent eyeglasses?
She touched something and it fell down. It broken. Then she see like a messenger. She play with the broken. She show it and she see it bigger.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, of course. Well, so here, actually, I want you to do something. So this is your next homework. So of course, if you finish the first one, so you need to summarize the end of a story in 1 or 2 sentences. Okay, so the end of a story. But actually, I think it's not bad to summarize the whole story in maybe 1 paragraph. So if you can please summarize and please ignore all the new words that you could, because we need to read it again. So there is no time to read it again and check the pronunciation, because you know there are some words that we need to check together. And so just read it at home and just try to write 1 paragraph about it, about Mr. Yeah.
No, nothing.
So what? Do you want me to do something?
Can you draw Clara?
Oh, me? Oh, let me. Yeah, of course we have time. Let me do. Oh, okay, just don't laugh. Okay, it's really difficult using mouse when I'm trying. Okay, Clara, I'm sorry, but I need to draw you. Okay. Don't laugh. You promised. Don't laugh. Okay.
Oh. I don't know.
You don't know what?
It's so fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Clara is really, poor Clara is really ugly. Why I drew her this way? to make it better, I think. Okay, this is Clara. Okay, it's not that.
Yeah.
Okay, and
this is Clara when I try it in my book.
oh, let me see. Okay, let me
I think it's very like, I don't know.
let me see. Okay, okay, it's done. Mine is done. Okay, let me see.
I think
Oh, yours is better. It's good.
I will try this in my computer. I will do it.
But it's really difficult. Really, it's really difficult to draw by mouse. It's really difficult. But this is mine is animal. Okay. Okay. Well, so time's up again, and we need to go. So let's say goodbye to Clara, and let's talk about it at the next session.
Bye to
Okay.
Clara.
Yeah. Okay. Well, don't forget about summarizing. Okay, and send it to me. Okay, dear.
Yeah.
So have a good time. Bye-bye.
I will make new Clara.
So of course, just I need to start my next class. So let's say goodbye because my students say teacher hello. And I say, oh Liz. Okay, so I need to
Bye, teacher.
goodbye, my dear. Goodbye.